Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, September 19th. Satellite imagery shows a fair amount of cloud cover, scattered showers popping up with another low pressure area down to our south. You can see the more clear skies further north. Looking at the fire potential impact map, just some scattered showers where we saw the clouds across parts of Nevada today. Slightly bigger area across southern regions on Friday, and that activity pushes east on Saturday. Overall, we are looking at a drying trend for most areas. We see the relative humidity finally dropping off into the 20 to 30% range up in the central Idaho mountains and vicinity of a lot of our large fires, and that humidity gets even a little bit drier and a bit of a larger area as we go into Saturday. So we'll see how our fires react. Otherwise, some lightning in far western portions of Nevada yesterday or the last 24 hours. You can see some of the precipitation there, locally heavy in some of the thunderstorms, but otherwise fairly light. Initial attack, very light, 3 fires for just 0.4 acres, no large fire growth. It's been a wet week, big reason for that. You see the greens to yellows, that's a ½ inch to locally an 1.5 inches of rainfall over the past 7 days, not including the last 24 hours. Percent of normal, that's anywhere from 400 to 800%. ERCs reacting accordingly, dropping down. You see the downward arrows continuing that trend. It's going to level off in a day or so before it starts slowly going back the other way, but it's going to be a gradual process. It's our southern areas, down by Vegas, Spring Mountains, the Arizona Strip, some of the higher terrain outside of St. George, and that's where probably our biggest or only concerns will be in the short term. And you see that's where the 100-hour fuels in this dark gold area are basically in the upper single digits. So fuels there could react quite quickly to any warming and drying trend, but they have moistened up considerably. You see the areas in the green, the 100-hour fuels, between 16 and 20%. So for later this afternoon, the upper level map, upper level low over Santa Barbara, California, and southerly flow ahead of it, pushing lots of moisture into Nevada. That's where the showers will be. Drier air where you see this tannish shade across the central Idaho mountains, but a lot of damage with the rain has been done. Most areas in the green. Relative humidity, 38 to 48% in the Idaho mountains, but more in the teens, mid-teens in the southern regions, and in between, the values will be in between. Now, for Friday, the low moves out towards Vegas. Still have that drier air and kind of a north-northwesterly flow aloft up in Idaho. Still on 7-day quite dry. We do see the breezes picking up a little bit. So up in Idaho, we'll see the humidities dropping down into the 23 to 30% range in a lot of our areas that currently have teams out with fires. And there'll be some breezes. See how the fires will react to some of that. And then on Saturday, that low switches over and moves towards the Four Corners, wrapping around showers into parts of eastern Utah, but still that drying trend continuing up north. We see the humidities dropping down into the mid 20% range up north. That'll be a good test to see what does emerge. We see the humidities drying down to the teens further south, and some areas of moderate breezes where you see these dark green and orange shades. Very light precipitation in the southern areas. As we go further down the road Sunday, dry air across most of the region. There'll be some, there's a front with some clouds to the north, and it could brush Idaho with some clouds. Doubtful of any precipitation because there's high pressure building in. We see some of our PSAs in the south and in the west starting to respond to that drying trend, and high pressure builds in. Warmer conditions early next week, but then that high gives way to a cold front that's approaching from the west. Increasing winds across the western Great Basin, still dry, so we see more drying on our 7-day outlook. So not much precip in the 7 days. This is the first 2 or 3 days. And the 8 to 14-day outlook, much above normal temperatures and drier weather continues. This goes from September 26th through October 2nd. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.